All right, we're live in the Complete Photographer group.
Hey guys.
Hello, people. How's it going? So last week I did a webinar and Friday and talked a little bit about lighting, and I actually announced that I had opened up a lighting course. And so today I emailed some people from that list, and I'm officially opening the door. The course is going to start on March 15th. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to Nelly about some of the things that she was able to learn and do for her photography. So I thought we would do a quick video. Now, if you got my email today, if you signed up for the webinar, whether or not you attended, you got an email from me today that describes a little bit about the story that we're going to talk about live here. So check your email, and if you're not on that list, leave a comment below, and we'll make sure you get on that list. So anyway, what we want to do is we want to talk about Nelly. Now, when I met Nelly a couple of years ago,
Oh my God, it's been years already.
almost two, not quite. She had already started her boudoir business, and we met at a small conference. Why don't we talk a little bit about how you were shooting and what you were doing and what results you were getting?
Okay. Well, oh my gosh, what was I doing? I don't know what I was doing.
You don't know what you were doing?
No, that was the best answer that I can give you. I did not know what I was doing. I mean, my camera was just kicking my butt in all sorts of directions. The lighting was kicking my butt as well. I knew what I wanted to create. I mean, I saw these beautiful examples all over the place, and I could recreate nothing. Nothing.
Aw.
It was upsetting, is, just a tame word for how it was. I felt really embarrassed to ask questions. Let's start there.
Okay.
I knew that I needed help, but holy cow, I was really embarrassed to ask questions because I knew that I did not know what I was doing, and I already had a business, which made me feel really bad. I took a photography course in college, and I don't think I learned anything, but I thought I had. So I opened my business, and I didn't know how to use the camera. I didn't know, how to shoot and get consistent, images. I didn't know how to do, anything with my manual settings. So I was shooting auto the entire time on JPEGs, really great. And all of my pictures were blurry, dark, grainy, blurry.
Okay. So you were struggling with getting things in focus.
Yes.
Were you still doing that when we met?
Yes.
Okay. You sent me some pictures. Can I show the one?
Yes.
I want to show the one.
Show them.
Hold on, they can't see this yet. I want to show this one because, okay,
Man, guys,
they can't see it yet.
I promise. I tried.
Okay, so this is one of Nelly's early photos, and it looks like you have some Christmas lights or something going on here, which is really pretty. I mean, that's a good idea. But let's talk a little bit about the photo, because the obvious problem that I see is it's not really that sharp.
Right.
Now, do you remember what settings you had for this?
I don't remember my settings because I didn't know how to control the settings.
Okay. Okay, well, we don't have a lot of info here. Sometimes I get all the EXIF information here in the photo, but there's not a lot here.
Right,
However, it was exported. But that's okay. Go on, talk about it.
So I used to have this lighting kit that I bought on Amazon. You know which ones? The like $100 ones. And I didn't know what to do with it. So I set up all of the lights. The 4 lights that came with it are lighting this situation right here.
So you have lights on this.
I have lights on this.
What kind of lights were they? Were they flash?
No, they were not flash. They were some sort of constant light. But
Okay.
it was like a softbox that you just like. It had a curly...
A curly light bulb?
Yes, a curly light bulb.
Okay.
And I just put them in, the best place where I thought for the pictures.
And did you shoot this one with the same kit?
Yes.
Okay. I think you told me about that kit because you said it came with a green backdrop.
Yes, it came with a green backdrop.
All right. So, yeah, this one, same thing. I mean, there's like sharpness issues happening
There's some
there.
sharpness, but I remember like, so for example, you see how here the image is cool. I would get some that would be warmer, but that was because I was shooting
Auto white balance.
Yes.
JPEG.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So we don't do that anymore, right?
No.
Right. So basically, this is what we met, and
This
then
is where we met.
we did. We were talking a little bit about lighting because it's something I've been really passionate about for a long time.
That's what I knew you for when I met you. It was like, that's the lighting guy with the nice pictures.
Okay, great. So we had an opportunity to meet up and talk a little bit about lighting in my apartment in Austin, right?
Yes.
Remember that? And so I just showed you the basics of some flash photography because you were asking about strobes.
Oh man, I had so many questions. I didn't know what a strobe was.
So I showed you a little bit about strobes. I showed you how to work with them. Now your camera was you got a new camera recently, but
Yes.
back then, only last year, it was a
Right.
Rebel T2i, which is a pretty old Rebel.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, my camera, I bought it in 2012. And that's what I had been shooting up to that moment.
Okay, so we did a little bit of lighting work, and I want to show something that's more recent. So let's go back to any of these did you shoot with the Rebel that are with the lighting?
No.
Okay.
No, all
So,
of these are
that's okay. Okay, so let's go. They can't see this yet.
Okay.
So this is a more recent photo. And tell me about the lighting here.
BFU.
So explain what that is.
Sorry.
I know what a BFU
really
is.
big umbrella.
Big umbrella.
Big umbrella.
Okay.
On a strobe, one light, and that's it. I know that I shoot my ISO 100. Usually my speed is 160 or 125.
Okay, so you don't have sharpness problems because you
No.
definitely have enough light. You definitely
You
have
have
enough.
enough light.
So right, and then what about this one? You remember what you used to light that?
I think I used just a, what is that long one called?
Strip box
Yes, it was just a strip box on one strobe.
with a strobe.
Yes.
Were you able to do this before?
No. Are you kidding me? I didn't know how to do this. I wanted to do this. I had seen this on Pinterest and other places, but I had no clue.
Now,
how
more
to
recently,
recreate that.
you've been doing stuff like this.
Yes.
And like this. This is the same client.
Yes.
And these are not retouched yet, right?
No, these are not retouched images.
So these are straight out of the camera.
These are straight out of the camera.
Okay, good. So you're not. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
So this one right here. This
This
one
one.
right here as well. This
This
is
one.
straight out of the camera. Uh-huh.
Okay. Right. No retouching yet. All
yeah.
right. So now, these some of the.
This one too, straight out
these
of camera.
photos are
Straight
beautiful.
out of camera.
Straight out of camera. Okay, so these don't have any Photoshop work yet.
No, that has no Photoshop.
Wow, this one's really beautiful. So you have changed the way you photograph. Now, how has that helped you with your confidence?
Oh man. Well, first of all, I feel great when I talk with photographers.
Do you?
Yes, because I used to be really afraid of photographers because I thought, oh my God, they're just gonna know that I shoot.
How'd you hook up with me then?
I have no idea. You fell for this, okay?
All right. All right.
No, I was really embarrassed of the kind of work that I had. I knew that I didn't know, and I knew that I needed the help. So how has that changed? Well, I feel really good when I talk to people, especially to people who have questions, because I know like, hey, look, it's okay to ask questions. Whenever I show my work, I feel proud of my work. I know that I can do basically whatever I want. I know that I don't know everything photography wise. I'm not going to say I'm like the biggest pro in the industry and whatever. But I know how to do the things that I want to do now.
Okay.
And that really helped me to become more creative. I recently started playing with gels.
Right.
And, that's still something that I'm like learning about. But before, that would have been just like a dream. One day I will play with, gels. Like,
Well,
that
one day is coming. One day is coming. That day is coming.
Yes. Well, that day was about 2 weeks ago when I played with them, right?
Right. So Nelly's had a little bit of unfair advantage because I do help her whenever she asks for help. But, this transition's been going on for a few months. Because
all
we
of
don't
2020.
we don't spend time together all the time. I
Yeah.
know a lot of you see us together on camera, but we're not together all the time. We live 4.5 hours apart, and I'm actually at Nelly's place right now,
Right.
not in Austin. But what I've done is I like to teach this stuff. I've been doing lighting so long, and I don't know everything either, but I know how to help people. I know how to get people past being stuck. I know how to get people past blurry photos. I know how to get people to start being creative and stop being concerned about settings and things like that. And then, the rest is up to you.
Right.
Once I get you to a point where you're comfortable with light and you get to the point where you can experiment, then really the rest is up to you. I'm willing to teach more. I'm willing to teach about gels. I'm willing to teach about different multiple light stuff and single light stuff, but it's a journey. Anyway, I wanted to share a little bit about your stuff because we have easy access. And thank you for being brave enough to let us show some of your older photos, which I know that, you didn't feel great about.
So looking at my old work does not feel good, right? Because it's like, oh crap, that's really grainy. Like, oh my God, that's really blurry. Oh no, like this does not look good. But right now it feels good to be able to see it because it's really been a journey of learning and you've made it really easy.
Like,
so,
look, you went from this
right
to this.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
this.
I know that I wrote a review for you, but I really feel like I really learned lighting and photography from you, and it really changed the way that I see things through the camera. Like, I used to be terrified of clients. I wanted the clients, but I was really terrified of them because I was like, oh my God, what are they going to want? If they want photography indoors, oh my God, it's going to be so dark and I'm going to have like 27 million blurry images. I'm going to need to shoot 50 million images, to be able to get something good. And then if they would want something outside, oh my God, the sun is going to kick my butt because it's like, I had that thing going on.
Well, I'm glad you're not there anymore.
No.
You still have questions, though.
I have questions, but now I know how to take care of those things. Like, I'm not scared of, client requests or doing something out of the norm. I started playing more. I did the pictures for Antonio outside as well.
Did you send me any of those? I thought you sent me one.
I think I sent you one that we did
I have
outdoors.
to see if I opened it up. I don't know if I actually have that here. It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
We can share it later.
Right.
But yeah, I know you did some work with you did some work with male models, you did some work with female models. You're shooting your boudoir stuff has come a long way. So I'm just really proud of the work that you did.
Thank you.
Again, a little biased. Nelly and I have a relationship that's personal besides business. But one of the things I do love to do is I love to teach. And I'm excited because I put together some of the stuff that I taught Nelly. Actually, almost pretty much all the stuff that I taught you is going to be in my lighting course. And I'm looking for people who are struggling with some of the same issues that you are.
Right.
Maybe you're using natural light only and you get screwed when the sun goes down or when it gets too late. Nothing wrong with natural light, but it's not always available, right?
Right.
Questions about strobe, questions about speed lights, questions about the different kinds of lighting, like what should you actually buy? I know there's a lot of confusion out there. People ask questions. And what I believe is that you should be able to make up your own mind.
Yeah.
So what I try to teach is basically how to use light and how light works, generally speaking. And then I get into the different equipment that's available and show you this works good for this, not so good for this. This is good for this, not so good for this.
And so
you can make up your own mind about what you want to use when you get there. So nothing is wrong, nothing is bad, but there are things that are better choices.
Right.
And you have to make choices. And choices are based on the situation you're in. Choices are based on the budget you have. Choices are based on the things you have available to you and the things you want to create.
Yes.
So I try to help you give choices.
And when you were teaching me about all of the different modifiers, and how to use them and stuff, it really, made it easy for me to realize, so for boudoir I need A, B, and C instead of all of the things that everybody has in the different groups or anything that I can find on B&H or whatever, right? Because
I did that. So fortunately, I did that. When I was a hobbyist and working in tech, I used a lot of my disposable income to buy every modifier I could find. So the good news is I have almost everything. So if you're wondering, like, what's the difference between a beauty dish and a softbox? I have both. I can show you. What's the difference between a strip? I'm embarrassed to say I have more equipment than I really need. But I'm happy to share all that stuff with you. We got to go because
I have class.
You have a class. You have a dance class to go to. So we've got to take off. People, I hope this is helpful. I'm going to post a link to the course that's open now. You can go get dressed if you want to get ready. No, I want you to consider taking the lighting course with me. It's called Master Lighting. I think that's what I called it.
Yes.
I get nervous too sometimes. Take a look at the course. I wrote a whole description page. Take a look at it. If it's something you think you want to do and you're not sure, send me a message. We can talk one-on-one about it. Mm-hmm. I can do another live about it. If you ask a lot of questions, I'll just jump on and do another live and try to answer them. But I really think it's a great course for people who want to just take their lighting to the next level. You may not be starting from the same place Nelly is. Right. You might be using a ring light or a continuous light. You may be using speed lights, but you want to try something else. Or you might be, look, I talk about light because I think light is basically what we use to make photos.
Yes.
And it can come from a lot of different places, but it can't come from any place all at once.
Right.
So, all right, we got to go because you got to get to class.
Wait, but there's something that I want to say. So, I really recommend you guys to take this class. Talking as a photographer, as somebody who wants to continue improving, somebody who cares about the quality of the work, who feels all the little embarrassments that as photographers we feel when we see like something that we don't like in our own work. I really recommend you to take this. Maybe like Rich said, you're not starting at a place as bad as where I started, which was bad.
It wasn't bad. You started where a lot of people start.
Yes, but I felt bad because I felt like I didn't know, and it's true, I didn't know. But I really recommend you to take this class because regardless of where you are, it's going to help you. I mean, right now, I am leagues from where I was before, and I'm still learning, and it still helps, and I still have questions, and I'm like, okay, what is this? Or what is that? And I really recommend it. It changed the way that I see things. Like, I know how to light stuff without having a camera in my hands now. I'm like, oh, okay, so if I put the light on this side and I do this and I get on this angle, I'm gonna get that shot. Like, big difference from I wonder what I should do now to get that look. So do it, guys.
You're giving me a beautiful testimonial. I really appreciate it. You got class in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. All right,
gotta go. Thank you, people. I'm going to post a link in the description of the video. And if you have any questions at all about lighting, please leave me a comment. When is the class? Start of the class is March 15th. Okay, I'm sorry I don't know who that is asking the question, but I see it there. The start is on March 15th, so a week from this coming Monday. All right? So, yeah, I'm going to post a link, and we're going to get going. I'm going to let get going because I got to drive her to her class. And I will talk to you later. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Send me a PM. I'll get to you.
Bye, y'all.
And getting off. Bye-bye.